I was just in the kitchen, putting away some of the food Karen, my mother-in-law, had sent over. She's always been so thoughtful, especially since David got sick. Our daughter, Lily, was in the living room, giggling, playing with Robert, Karen's husband. He'd come to drop off the food, a kind gesture I'd usually appreciate without a second thought. But then, I heard it. A phrase that made me freeze, a cold dread seeping into my bones. "Go on, Lilybug," Robert was saying, his voice a little too jovial, a little too insistent. "Call me Daddy." "Can you say Daddy?" I swear, my heart stopped. I must have misheard, right? My ears had to be playing tricks on me. I walked out of the kitchen, slowly, my mind reeling. "Robert?" I asked, trying to keep my voice even, though I could feel the tremor in my chest. "What are you saying to her? What was that about calling you Daddy?" He chuckled, that awkward, dismissive sound he makes when he knows he's been caught. "Oh, nothing, Sarah. Just a little inside joke between me and Lily." He winked at her. "An inside joke? My 4-year-old daughter?" I didn't laugh. I couldn't even summon a polite smile. "Robert," I said again, my voice firmer this time, "what exactly is the joke?" And that's when he said it. The words that punched the air right out of my lungs. He said that since David was bedridden and couldn't be a proper father, it was only right that Lily had a male figure in her life. Someone like him, who could step in. As if he was offering a public service. As if he could just replace David. My David, who is still very much alive, still very much her father. It was an audacity that was staggering. Just a few years ago, David was vibrant, full of life. We met, fell in love, got married, and then Lily came along. Our perfect little family. Then, out of nowhere, when Lily was just 4, David woke up one morning and couldn't move his legs. Like they were stuck in wet cement, he said. The ambulance, the hospital, endless tests, eventually, the diagnosis. A rare, progressive illness that had been quietly eating away at him. He's been mostly bedridden ever since. It's been devastating, honestly. Trying to hold everything together, working, caring for him, raising Lily, it's a lot. Through it all, Karen has been my rock. She takes Lily when I need to be with David at appointments or therapy. I truly have no complaints about her. My issue, the real problem, has always been Robert. Karen married him after David was already in college. He's just different. David always felt uneasy around him. Robert, who has no biological kids of his own, had the strange need to constantly remind David that he considered David his son. But David already had a father, a wonderful man who's still very present in his life. David had tried, gently, to set boundaries, to explain that Robert was Karen's husband, deserving of respect, but not his father. Robert just didn't get it. Or refused to. That day in the living room, watching him try to plant this twisted seed in Lily's mind, all the discomfort and unease I'd felt around him solidified into raw fury. Like that other time, not too long ago, when he gave Lily and me a ride home from the hospital. David had had a particularly rough day, and I was just emotionally drained. I'd let my guard down, even vented a little. And Robert, out of nowhere, had looked at me and said, "If anything ever happens to your husband, I would love to take care of you and your daughter." He followed it up with something about my beauty and prospects, as if my husband wasn't fighting for his life, as if my daughter wasn't right there in the back seat. I just froze. Couldn't speak for the rest of the ride. Then there was the day I'd gone to Karen's house to pick up Lily. David had been in so much pain, lashing out, not meaning to, but I was just the closest target. I was a wreck. When I got to Karen's, I just collapsed into her arms, sobbing. She comforted me, got me a glass of water. But then she stepped away, and Robert sat down beside me. Before I knew what was happening, his hand was on my thigh, stroking it. He was telling me he was there to take care of me. I pushed his hand away so fast, my body trembling. I told him, with every ounce of strength I had, to never, ever touch me again. He mumbled apologies, tried to say he didn't mean anything by it, that my tears had broken his heart. Gross. Absolutely gross. I brought it up with Karen later, on the phone, trying to explain how violated I felt. How inappropriate it was. I was vulnerable, and he took advantage. But she just dismissed it, said he was only trying to be kind, that his intentions were good, and it was probably just a misunderstanding. That response had gutted me. It made me feel like my feelings didn't matter. But this time, with Lily, it was different. This wasn't just about me anymore. This was about my child. What are you even talking about? I demanded, my voice shaking with anger. Potential dad to my daughter? You are not the man of this house, Robert, and you will never be a father figure to my daughter. My voice was rising, I was yelling. David is her father. He is her father, and God forbid something ever happens to him, that bond is still there. It cannot be replaced by you, or anyone. He got angry too, of course. Tried to justify it, saying Lily shouldn't have to live without a father figure, as if David was already gone. The arrogance. I told him, clearly, that he was Lily's grandfather, nothing more. He needed to know his place. He stormed out eventually, but the air in our home felt thick with unspoken threats. I finally told Karen everything, every inappropriate comment, every unsettling interaction. I was crying, apologizing for causing drama, but she held me, told me I had nothing to apologize for. She said she had no idea it was this bad. When she confronted Robert, he tried to deny it, but she was relentless. He actually doubled down, claiming that as the man of the house, it was his right to look out for us, to be a father figure. I looked him dead in the eye and told him, "You are not the man in my house. I am a grown woman, and I will take care of myself and my daughter. We don't need you to play any role in her life." When I left their house, I could still hear them arguing, Karen's voice sharp and angry. She promised me she'd make sure he never spoke to us like that again. I finally told David too, all of it. He was stunned, visibly upset. It was a hard conversation, full of tears and fear about what this all meant. Now, Robert is retaliating. He's threatened to withdraw all financial support for David's medical bills. All the help he's given us, he's holding it over our heads, blaming me for creating tension. And David, my husband, is so overwhelmed by the financial strain, he's asking me to apologize to Robert, to smooth things over. He thinks the money is too important, that I should put aside my feelings. But I can't. I absolutely refuse. The safety and dignity of me and Lily come before any money, especially when it comes with such disgusting strings attached. David's so angry he's barely talking to me. I feel like the villain, and I don't even know how. I will never, ever let that man near Lily again. But how do you navigate protecting your child when your own husband is asking you to compromise her safety for money?